It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, playing above 500 in the last few weeks, not bad. They'd like to do better. We'll see if they can add a win tonight. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, my coach had to be a triple OC. He had to be.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Wesley Johnson. This will be their second game without him.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Winslow in at the 3 slot. Now here's Bosh. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. He got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Vucevic is screen on Dragic. Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Gordon. Harris passes to Houdini. Nice move. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
3. Both free throws good from Houdini.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against Charlotte.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Dragic. 5 on the clock. Here's Houdini. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Goran Dragic. Magic on defense. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
Here's Houdini following the score by Reggie Jackson. Jackson comes over with the double. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Vucevic has got his first bucket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Wade with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Wade kicks to Bosh. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Bosch has got his second basket of the night. For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Houdini. Kicks it out to Gordon from past the arc, and he gets it to go. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Jackson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland.
Boy, was he physical. In that game, just drawing a lot of contact and getting himself to the line over and over.
No good from Bosch.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. He's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Houdini. Jackson comes over with the double. Here's Oladipo. Here's Vucevic. Shot is off. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And it's blocked by Gordon. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Miami shooting their first free throws of the game.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against Cleveland.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. They got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. His skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
The Heat making a switch here. Stoudemire's checked in. Oladipo against Wade. Down low. Here's Stoudemire. No luck. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Houdini. He picked up 36 points in their last one against Charlotte.
And he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Pass to Vucevic. Uncovered, and it's Orlando with another.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. Really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Winslow. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Houdini. Outside Gordon. Harris passes to Houdini. Kicks it out to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. Left side Harris. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Stoudemire with the ball. Now guarded by Houdini. Winslow dishes to Jackson. Stoudemire setting the pick for Jackson. It's hauled in by the Magic. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Doubled by Bosch. Here's Harris. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. And he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little bit of Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Orlando making some changes. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Gordon. And it's Payne in for Victor Oladipo. And then for Miami, Gerald Green comes in for Winslow. And it's Thornton in for Dwayne Wade. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now here's Green. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Stoudemire. Rebound by Smith.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Stoudemire against Smith. They need this. And Stoudemire with the nice bucket inside. Stoudemire's got his second bucket of the game to go. Magic leading by 10. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Bosch. And now in transition is Thornton. Here we go. And the shot is good.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, and a great way, Clark, to capitalize on the turnover. Don't waste any time. Get the ball right up the court.
Dishes to Payne. Here's Azania. His three-pointers off the mark. Fighters from 14. And Thornton with the basket on the assist by Green.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, earlier, we sat down with Freak and asked him about what the fans mean to him.
They mean everything, you know. I think I just reached 1 million fans on social media, and each one of them fuels me to be a better player and a better person. So, to all the FOFs out there, friends of Freak, I just want to say thank you for your support.
Clark, you're an FOF, aren't you? So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Stoudemire. Winslow comes in for Gerald Green. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Jackson in for Goran Dragic. On the court for the Heat, the big men are Bosh and Whiteside. D-Wade out there with Jackson. And it's Winslow in at the three. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Houdini. 10 points and 5 assists. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
And Clark, you can just see him oozing with confidence right now.
Both free throws good from Houdini. And Miami shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. It's Jackson with the drive. Here's Whiteside. And that one's good. Whiteside's got the lead up to 2 now for Miami.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Wade brings the double team. Watson for 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Heat shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Winslow with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Orlando's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. There's the dish to Watson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Houdini. Wade is covering. The drive by Gordon. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Now here's Wade. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland.
And 3 blocks on the game as well. I mean, he was going all out and making plays defensively. He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Houdini. 14 points for him. Kicks it out to Gordon. Oladipo outside. Clock at 6. Wade brings the double team. Outside Gordon. They grab their own miss. That's good. 8 points for Vucevic.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And now let's take a look at Dwayne Wade. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's right around 17 points tonight, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Here's Winslow after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Outside Jackson. Whiteside kicks to Winslow. 3-pointer. Rebound by Houdini.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Watson for 3, and that one's good. Watson's got his first 3 points of the game.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Jackson kicks to Wade. Right side a screen. Wade drives in. And Bosh gets it to go on the assist by Wade. And 12 points for Chris Bosh.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Here's Houdini. And there's the feed to Vucevic. Good. Vucevic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And a pretty tightly contested.
Well, and with their exposure.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Houdini is out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now, here's Bosh. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
You know, guys, that's not quite...
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Well, Orlando shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Now here's Winslow, guarded by Oladipo. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Dragic. 90 seconds now into the second half. Houdini passes to Oladipo. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And it's Gordon missing. He'd have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The kick out to Bosch. Sinks the three-pointer. Bosch has got 18 points.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the three ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Tobias Harris, number 1.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Payne, he's checked in for Oladipo. Gerald Green, he's checked in for the Heat. From the left block, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Now it's a 5-point Heat lead. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Houdini. Passes to Payne from the arc. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Gordon. And then for Miami, Amare Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Thornton in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Houdini. And it's Vucevic in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. Vucevic has got 13. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Picked away. Houdini passes to Harris, and he gets the bucket. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Dragic kicks to Green. Back to Dragic. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Inside, here's Stoudemire. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bosch heads the pick for Green. Lets a floater go. The shot is off. Excellent defense there from Smith. For the lead. No good from Houdini. Screen by Smith. To the inside. Second chance shot. Green for 2 points. And that's 15 points for Vucevic.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Bosch can't hit.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Here's Houdini. He's got 16. And the pass to Payne. Shot clock at 6. Here's Houdini, and it's Dragic with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get square.
8 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Houdini. The kick out to Oladipo. And the release was before the buzzer. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. The Heat trail by 4. On the floor for Miami starting the 4th. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Winslow in at the small forward. Shot clock at 5. The Heat need to get a shot off. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
This one for 3. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
And Winslow comes to help. Pass to Vucevic. Kicks to Gordon. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Dragic. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
A bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And Orlando making a change here. Harris is checked in. Stolen by Gordon. One-on-one here. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Feeds it to Whiteside. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Houdini, and the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Chris Bosh. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Vucevic is screen on Dragic. Here's Houdini. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
And Orlando making a change here. Payne's checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Green's checked in. To take the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And the Heat lead by 2.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Outside, Green. Whiteside sets the pick for Green. Jams it with authority.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Here's Houdini. Out to Harris. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Outside Dragic, and the wide open shot from Green. And the jam by Whiteside.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Harris misses.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Whiteside with it. Picked up by Harris. Dragic kicks to Bosh. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Dragic. Out to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. Harris missing again.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Houdini passes to Gordon, and it's sent back by Bosh. Now, here's Dragic. Wade dishes to Dragic. The wide open look here for Bosh. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. And it's a 10-point Heat lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have.
I need you guys to
Get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
big guys.
Oladipo, he's checked in for Orlando. Winslow's checked in for Miami.
Effort.
Vucevic, a screen on Dragic. Here's Houdini. The kick out to Oladipo. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
The Heat leading by 7. This is to Winslow. He feeds it to Wade. And oh, here we go. Here is nobody back.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possible. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
And with the game literally hanging in the balance, a play like that is an igniter. That's where momentum can become a game changer.
Some good numbers there for Harris. He's got 10 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
There's Winslow, and the Heat get another bucket right there. The Magic trail by 6. Oladipo outside. Pass to Houdini. Vucevic, a screen on Dragic. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside.
Well, 1 more, and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
Off the inbound pass.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And thank you, Doris.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Here's Houdini. Miami grabs the miss. Winslow's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They're really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backcourt has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Whiteside. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
Idea back to this one. All right, let's go.
Both good from the line that time.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Here's Bosch. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. That's 28 points for Chris Bosch.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
The Heat making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in. Wade with it. Now guarded by Houdini. Bosch, the screen. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Stoudemire's checked in for the Heat. Bosch, the screen. There's Winslow. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Winslow's got the lead up to 10 now for the Heat. Here's Houdini. He's guarded by Dragic. 35 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Doubled by Bosch. The wide open look here for Vucevic. The Magic again can't hit.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-E, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Winslow kicks to Dragic. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they...
We got to forget about
Guys,
that
I'm
one.
here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw...
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille...